of this, I think, is that it's quite straightforward. Right? On one hand, it looks so simple. On the other hand, it starts to become quite useful. In the second tape, which we'll look at after the break, we'll start to look really at, well, what are the best practices in each of these 4 quadrants? How do you evaluate yourself in each of these 4 quadrants? Which of these really matters most to your customer? Where's your competitor strong? Where are you weak? Where's the big opportunity to move forward? This can be tremendously powerful for you as a diagnostic tool to look at your organization and the way you do your business, or look at a personal relationship. You could look, for example, at a relationship at work between you and your manager and say, gosh, the last time my manager and I explored was when I just first got the job. You know, the agreement was when I signed the contract. Ever since then, it's been deliver, 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 deliver. Oh, and sure, that's a once-a-year appraisal. Well, hey, if you want to have a better working relationship with your staff or with your boss, look at this and say, how can I do a better job exploring what's of interest to them, what's of importance to the company, how are they going to evaluate me later on? Let's make some clear agreements about job responsibilities, expectations, schedules, priorities. Then we can go into deliver. And if anything here shows up that was unexpected, the boss and I have already gone through this. So we have a common background. We can quickly revisit it and see what needs to be changed. And then let's not wait for once a year to do our appraisals. Let's stay in touch with each other a lot more. That's if you want to increase the power or the viability of your working relationship with somebody inside. This can be very, very powerful competitively as well. And I want to give you a couple of examples. Number one is Dell Computer. Now, Dell Computer looked at the business model that other computer companies were using to sell and distribute their computers. And what they discovered was that computer buyers were becoming more and more sophisticated, better and better educated about computers. So this quadrant was becoming less and less important if you're Dell Computer. In fact, the nature of the computers they sell are pretty much commodity products similar to what other companies sell. How much RAM, how big is the hard drive, how fast is the modem, how many inches is the screen. But over here, people who were buying computers complained and said, you know, it's a pain in the neck because I go to the computer store and the salesman's trying to sell me on this or push that, or they come over to my office and they talk about this and make big promises. And Dell said, we can do a better job. And what they've done is they said, we'll take the humans out and we're going to give you a website with lots of questions. Click, 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 click. And as you go through answering the questions, it helps to build an agreement with you. It advises you on what you might need, given your concerns, given your requirements. And then it shows you continuously how the price changes. 2 gigabyte hard drive, 5 gigabyte hard drive. 58 modem, hyperspeed modem, et cetera, et cetera. It just shows you right along. By the time you've designed your computer and you click yes, they've made a perfect agreement with you in a manner that was preferential over any of their competitors. Now, how do they deliver? Federal Express, right to your doorstep. They don't have Dell representatives coming and making dirty on your carpet. They just come, boom, open it up, take it out, plug it in, it works. And if it doesn't work, what does Dell do? They have what they call desk side service. They will ship you, Federal Express, another computer configured exactly like yours, and you take the same box and you put your computer in it. And the FedEx person takes it away. And 3 days later, they bring it back. Now that approach to building agreement, to doing delivery, to providing assurance was so far and away above what other computer vendors were providing, Dell's market share and stock price went